Hello everyone, welcome to the study guide of R.K. Narayan's novel, The Guide. The Guide is perhaps R.K. Narayan's most celebrated work. It tells the story of Raju, a tourist guide whose life takes a dramatic turn, leading him to be revered as a spiritual guide. Early life and career as a tour guide. Raju's background. Raju, the protagonist, is introduced as a charismatic and skilled tour guide known for his storytelling and deep knowledge of Indian history, culture, and local area of Malgudi. He runs a shop at Malgudi railway station, a business he inherited from his father. Raju's mother plays a significant role in his life, often worrying about his well-being and future. Transition to a tour guide. Raju's transition from a shopkeeper to a tour guide is marked by his natural flair for engaging with tourists. He becomes a well-known figure in Malgudi, noted for his ability to cater to the whims and interests of visitors, often embellishing historical facts to make them more intriguing. His reputation as a guide grows, making him a popular figure among tourists visiting Malgudi. Meeting Marco and Rosie. Introduction to Marco and Rosie. Raju's life takes a significant turn with the arrival of Marco, an aloof and somewhat arrogant archaeologist, and his beautiful artistic wife, Rosie. Marco is deeply engrossed in his research and largely neglectful of Rosie, who is passionate about classical Indian dance, a passion that Marco disapproves of. Raju's fascination with Rosie. Raju is immediately struck by Rosie's beauty and her deep passion for dance. He senses her unhappiness and becomes increasingly drawn to her. As he shows them around Malgudi and its surroundings, Raju finds himself empathizing with Rosie's suppressed dreams and her desire for artistic expression. Growing bond between Raju and Rosie. While Marco immerses himself in his research, Rosie and Raju spend more time together. Raju learns more about Rosie's background, her love for dance, and her strained relationship with Marco. Rosie confides in Raju about her unhappy marriage and her longing to dance, which she had to abandon due to Marco's disapproval. The strain in Rosie's marriage. The relationship between Rosie and Marco becomes strained due to Marco's indifference and Rosie's growing discontent. Raju becomes a confidant and friend to Rosie, offering her the support and understanding she lacks in her marriage. This period marks the beginning of a deep emotional bond between Raju and Rosie. Rosie's independence and Raju's fall. Rosie's transformation into Nalini. After Marco abandons Rosie, she turns to Raju for support. Raju encourages her to pursue her passion for dance, a decision that marks the beginning of her transformation. She adopts the stage name Nalini and, under Raju's management, becomes a celebrated classical dancer. Raju, leveraging his skills and connections, promotes her career, helping her achieve widespread acclaim. The evolution of Raju's role. Raju's role in Rosie's life evolves from that of a friend and supporter to her manager and lover. He finds a new purpose in managing her career, enjoying the power and prestige that come with it. However, this phase of Raju's life is also marked by ethical lapses and greed. His relationship with Rosie becomes increasingly complicated as it intertwines with the commercial success they both enjoy. Raju's imprisonment. Raju's fall from grace is precipitated by a major ethical breach. He forges Rosie's signature to gain control of her financial affairs. This act of fraud leads to his imprisonment, a period of introspection and self-realization for Raju. His time in jail is a turning point as he reflects on his life choices and the consequences of his actions. Raju as a Swami, accidental ascension to spiritual leader. Upon his release from prison, Raju stumbles upon an abandoned temple near a village. His appearance and demeanor lead the local villager Velan to mistake him for a holy man, a Swami. Raju, initially reluctant, eventually embraces this role, finding it a chance for atonement and a new identity. Raju's influence on the villagers. Raju's reputation as a spiritual guide grows among the villagers. His advice, though often based on common sense rather than spiritual insight, is revered. He becomes an integral part of the village, providing guidance and gaining respect from the community. The fast and climactic end. The drought and Raju's fast. When the village faces a severe drought, the villagers turn to Raju for a solution. They believe that a fast by a holy man could bring rain. Raju, initially hesitant, realizes the symbolic significance of this act. He sees it as an opportunity for penance and redemption for his past misdeeds. Raju's spiritual journey. Raju's fast becomes a public event, attracting attention and reverence. As he weakens physically, his spiritual stature grows. This period is characterized by introspection and a newfound sense of peace and purpose. Raju, who began as a tour guide, adept in creating illusions, now grapples with the realities of life, spirituality, and redemption. Ambiguous conclusion. The novel culminates with Raju collapsing near the river on the final day of his fast. His last thoughts are a mix of doubt about his role and contentment in his sacrifice. The ending is intentionally ambiguous, leaving it to the reader to ponder whether Raju's sacrifice brings the much needed rain and whether he achieves a sense of redemption. Themes: moral ambiguity and transformation. Raju's character progression from a corrupt tour guide to a revered spiritual figure highlights the complexity of morality and the potential for personal transformation. Freedom and confinement. The novel explores various forms of freedom and confinement, both physical and psychological, through the experiences of its characters. Illusion versus reality. Raju's life as a guide is marked by creating and sustaining illusions, questioning the nature of truth and deception. Search for identity. Characters in the novel are in a constant search for their identity, be it through relationships, professions, or spiritual endeavors. The role of fate. The novel often reflects on the role of fate and destiny in shaping one's life, as seen in the unexpected turns in Raju's life. Symbolism. The river Sarayu symbolizes life's constant flow and the idea of spiritual cleansing and renewal. Raju as a guide represents guidance in its various forms: misleading, practical, and spiritual. The railway station symbolizes crossroads in life and the potential for change. Raju's fast represents sacrifice, penance, and the pursuit of redemption. Dance and art symbolize Rosie's self-expression and the struggle between traditional and modern values. Literary devices. Irony. Raju's transition from a fraud to a spiritual leader is laced with irony. Foreshadowing. The novel uses hints and clues to suggest future events, particularly in Raju's evolving role. Metaphor. Various metaphors are used to deepen the thematic concerns, such as comparing life to a river. Flashbacks. The narrative structure includes flashbacks, providing depth to Raju's character and motivations. Symbolism. The use of symbols like the river and the railway station add layers of meaning to the story. Character analysis. Raju, the protagonist, initially a corrupt tour guide who undergoes a transformation into a spiritual figure. His character is complex, embodying both flawed human nature and the capacity for redemption. Rosie or Nalini, a key figure in Raju's life, her transformation from a neglected wife to an independent dancer represents empowerment and self-discovery. Marco, Rosie's husband, an aloof archaeologist, symbolizes the academic and emotionally detached segment of society. Velan, a villager who becomes Raju's disciple, representing the innocent faith of the common people. Raju's mother, a symbol of traditional Indian womanhood, her character contrasts with the more modern Rosie. Gafur, the taxi driver and Raju's friend, representing loyalty and the simpler, unpretentious side of life. So this was the study guide on R.K. Narayan's novel, The Guide. We will meet in the next video and discuss some other study guide. Until then, goodbye and thank you.